get off of work, they're thinking of what's back at home. And when they're thinking about what's back at home, how they have to treat their family, how they have to care for their family, they don't even have time to be thinking about themselves emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. The impact of racism and discrimination. And then there's the trauma of simply being a black man in America. Let's talk about workplace stress. And I was just hitting on that a few minutes ago. It's being overlooked, it's being questioned. We're expected to work twice as hard for half the recognition. Then there's systemic bias, from education to employment to healthcare. Now I'm going to mention over policing, the fear that any interaction can go wrong. Well, I taught my sons, when you're sitting in a car and you're stopped by a police officer, what do you think the first thing is that you should do? And they had different opinions of what they should do. And I told them, no. The first thing that you ought to do is you to take both of your hands and you put them in the window, right there in that front window. And when they tell you to step out of that car, you step out and you just keep sliding your hands right on that glass window because it's showing you have no weapon in your hand and that your hands was free and your hands was open because they can't say that you was reaching for something. They can't say that they thought your cell phone was a gun. You have two handprints inside of a window. These are some of the things, and it's unfortunate that we have to teach our sons to do just to protect themselves. Have you heard of microaggressions? It's real. It's those subtle jabs that say you don't belong here. And it's so unfortunate. Sometimes you even hear it in your own family that you don't belong here. This isn't hypothetical. This is daily life. And daily trauma becomes chronic trauma. And chronic trauma doesn't just hurt the mind, it breaks down the body. Chronic stress, chronic disease. Decades of studies shows that chronic stress causes physical deterioration, including high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and weakened immune system. And yes, even prostate cancer risk is impacted by chronic stress and inflammation. When stress hormones stay elevated for years, the body begins to attack itself. And for Black men who face some of the highest levels of race related stress, the risk of